What's up, guys? It is your boy Joker, and we are back today with another Zenless Zone Zero video. We're gonna be uploading daily on this channel. If you guys like Zenless Zone Zero, if you guys like content based off of it, you like what you see while you're staying here, don't be afraid to check out some of my other videos. My other videos. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, and hope you enjoy your stay. Now, as you guys can see through this thumbnail, through the title, you already know what we are getting into. We are getting into the main topic, or at least one of the main topics within the community right now. Is Zenless Zone Zero a bad game? Now, from a little bit of the research that I have gathered, um, I believe that most of the things that people complain about or people don't like about is a few things, right? You have stuff with the battle system. Some people have complained about the menu, which is interesting. Some people are saying the story is boring, or the bang boo mini game that you do is just, it's not appealing. It gets repetitive and it keeps you away from the story, just etc. So what I would like to do is kind of like have a discussion about all of these things and kind of give my opinion on it, right? When we are looking at, let's say, the battle system, let's start with the battle system. I get it how some people that are, I guess you can say, more in tune with wanting a difficult challenge or wanting something like that can be upset about what you have with the battle system, right? Because while it is a little bit different as far as you being able to add, or they added a parry mechanic, like little dodge mechanics, like little things that if you do, it helps you within the battle succeed a little bit more. I can see how some people could be upset more, not necessarily at that, but the enemies, right? Because most of the enemies that you fight so far, right? Obviously, I haven't fought a lot of people yet. I haven't fought, well, everybody yet. I have fought a lot of people. I'm currently Internet level 32, I believe. So I have quite an experience so far. You know what I'm saying, as far as the game goes. But back to what I was saying, the enemies are like sponges, right? They're like health bar. They just got a big health bar, and they're here to just take hits, right? And I could get that, and I can give a little bit of agreement in that aspect, right? Where some of the bosses or some of the enemies, there's a high indicator of difficulty level. Sorry, excuse me, guys. Difficulty level between certain enemies. You have certain enemies, like I believe the dogs, who attack a lot faster and maybe a little bit harder. You have some enemies where just big guys that might swing once every 5-6 seconds makes it a little bit easier, even though they could be the same quote unquote level. Um, and my thoughts on this is that I understand that, and that is something that I think that once hoyoverse releases a game, as far as that goes, that's probably just what it's going to be. But I think that what people have to understand is two things. One, that the game itself, I get it, like it's more of a battle based kind of gotcha game. It focuses on what's going on, but this is not a game, I guess you could say, that like professional Elden Ring, Dark Souls people hop on and assume that this is what it's going to be. No, I don't think that hoyoverse has ever even released a game that's like that. And to be honest, like, I think the battle system's fine exactly how it is. Yeah, hopefully in the future they release more bosses and more things that might be a little bit more difficult. But to be completely honest, I'm not too sure why some people hopped on and thought that this was going to be the most innovative, whatever you call it, battle system. Yes, can it be better? Sure, but I don't think that it's really terrible. You know what I'm saying? And two, we do also know that hoyoverse does like to implement a lot of the story when it comes with the game. So yeah, you do have battling instances, but it's not going to be a game you hop on and all you do is battle. Honkai Impact the Third, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, all of these games have story modes that are very, very deep and have depth. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys from hoyoverse, this is what they do. This is what they've done with multiple other games. This is what they're going to do if they have future games. We do know that this is a company that does focus on story, so yes, you do have battling aspects, but at the same exact time, you will get story. If you don't like stories, if you don't like all of that stuff, well, this game is not necessarily for you to begin with. Question mark. I'm just saying from the track record of what Hoyoverse does, these guys put a lot of story in their game, so I'm not too sure why we even have that type of thing right there. Now, another thing, and I've only seen this from like maybe one or two people, which is I think kind of weird, but I mean it's your opinion, so sure. With the menu being cluttered, to be honest, the menu looks perfectly fine in my opinion. Like it's something new, it's something chill. I think that most I'm not even gonna spend too much time on this because theoretically, like, it's a new game, bro. Like people are hopping on it and they're just trying to figure out what most of the things on the menu does. And once you figure out what that does, it's very self-explanatory. Like it's not something that you hop in and you got to spend 35 minutes navigating the screen because there's too much stuff there. Like it's very simple. If you can't navigate the screen yet, it's probably because you've only played the game for 5 minutes and you already had this preconceived notion that it was supposed to be bad anyways. But regardless of all of that, whatever. um Talking about, let's say, hopping to probably the thing that I can agree with the most, right? Now, this is coming from somebody like me. I actually like the game. I love the game, right? I don't mind playing the game. But the bang boo mini game that you have to do in the story, I can see how that can be annoying and repetitive constantly. Let's say you're very invested in the game, you're doing what you gotta do, right? Something happens with the character that you're very interested in, and they're deep in the hollow. There's something that you gotta, like, okay, boom, big monster just pulled up. You gotta get ready to go. You done leveled up all your characters. You're at the screen. You select the characters. Everything's cool, and then now, instead of being right in the nitty gritty, going to the hollow, running around seeing this big boss, and getting right, pretty much you have to get right on this little random TV mini game. Now, do I think that is interesting? I think it's interesting because you don't really see it in the other games, but I think that what they try to do is be different. Of course, Zenless Zone Zero is its own game. I'm gonna preach this probably a couple of times throughout this video. It's its own game, so they're gonna try different stuff. It's not gonna just be copy and paste of game that's already out. Obviously, there will be some elements that are very similar, but theoretically, it's its own game. But the Bang Boo mini game is something that I see a lot of people complain about, and that's probably the only thing that I can agree upon. As far as that, I don't think it's bad, but I think that it could be repetitive at times when you are trying to get right into the story and you gotta sit here and move around the little TV and all that stuff as a way to navigate through the hollow. I get it, especially because of what Weiss and Bell are supposed to be. They're proxies. They're the ones that lead these guys through the hollow. So I understand it, but just the mini game itself, I can see how that can be a problem. So I already agree with that. But when sitting back and looking at the plight of the entire thing, looking at what most people complain about, the thing that I found interesting for some people is that, one, most people that were complaining about the game to begin with probably knocked out a nice little 1.5 hours of gameplay. Probably did a couple of multi summons for some character that they wanted, didn't get it, and was like, oh, whatever, the game sucks. I literally had a friend that said that. I'm not gonna do you dirty and put your name in here, but I've had some people say that. I think that what the main thing is that people have to understand, and this is what I'm gonna get into to kind of round out the video, because I don't want to be here too long and kind of like waste all y'all's time, is that Zenless Zone Zero is its own game. And while it is its own game, it is something that's not going to be in the niche for everybody. People that are sitting here trying to get this brand new Dark Souls battle experience, go play Elden Ring. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I just want to fight and have little to no story. Go play one of those games. This is a game that we've already known from the company that's going to give us in-depth story, give us stuff about the characters, and yeah, you're gonna have a new kind of battle system as far as compared to like Genshin Impact or something like that, right? Where you use 3 instead of 4. You have like a little parry mechanic, all of that stuff, and it's something different. It's something new. It's a breath of fresh air for consumers, right? I just don't see why you have people that come over here, completely default. Like if it's not your type of game, that's perfectly fine. But I think that there is a difference between a game being terrible and a game just not being your type of game. There are games that are out there that just don't fit my niche, but I can't say are terrible. You see what I'm saying? Me saying that they're terrible or they're bad is kind of a stretch, because one, it's a game that I probably didn't want to play to begin with, and two, it doesn't fit my niche. So if I do try to force myself to play it, I'm not gonna have a great time. There are a lot of people out here that like the characters already because of the way the characters look. These characters look amazing. The AI, everything they did with the characters, this kind of urban look, it looks great. It looks perfect. You know what I'm saying? And then you get these backstories within the characters, because obviously the characters' looks is what gets the consumers into the characters to begin with. Now you could put some backstory into it. Now you get to be able to learn what's going on, right? And your main consumer, your people that sit here and are going to play the game, they're probably not gonna. Your standard person that plays this game, I guarantee you, isn't some like freaking battle tested hack and slash try hard. Like, I guarantee you that's just not what the main focus is. So yeah, there is some aspects that they included in the game, but most of the complaints that I hear from some people about battle system, about story and all that stuff, you have to realize and understand what you were playing, and then you have to understand at the same time who made the game and what they have a track record of doing. They're going to be story heavy. The game is not Elden Ring or some super combo based, whatever you call it. Now, if you want to say that you wish that some of the bosses can be a little bit more difficult in the future, that's good. That's constructive criticism, right? But ruling the whole entire game out while only playing 37 minutes of it doesn't make too much sense to me. And I see a couple of YouTubers and stuff like that, content creators, talk about it. You have some people that defend it or at least give an unbiased stance on it, and then you have some people that are like, just, I don't know, bro, like they just I don't know if it's emo or if it's to try to be cool or edgy, to just kind of crap on a game as soon as it comes out. But like, instead of crapping on the game, let's say what is bad, what is good, and let's see what we can do to help. Let's give constructive criticism. There's a whole difference, right? I think in general that's what's going to make the game better for the people that really like it. If you just didn't like the game and you make the, I mean, you didn't like the game and you're like, hey, I did this, these were cool, but these weren't really that cool, and you know, I'm probably not gonna play it anymore, but that's just my take on it. That's constructive criticism, right? You don't have to keep playing the game, but for the people that are playing it, I'm telling you guys, do not be fooled. Don't sit here and listen to the guys that are gonna tell you that the game's trash, don't play it and all that stuff. Play it for yourself, and you figure out how it's gonna be. I'm gonna recommend anybody that's been sitting here, I'm gonna wait until the game come out, wait until some of these content creators play it. Bro, play the game yourself. Don't sit here and have people try to take your notion or your fun in the game. Bro, if you like the game, voice it. Talk about how you like the game. I love the game. Obviously stuff ain't perfect, nothing's perfect. But for the people that actually like the game and that can stay positive about the next steps, bro, there's a lot of things you could do, bro. If you're a content creator and you really like the game, you want stuff to be done, I'm gonna be one of these people. Hey man, look, I love the game, I play the game, this is something that I would like to be a little bit better. Put those up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could still spread positivity around the community. It doesn't have to be some of this crap that these random people are talking about. Now I get it. Who am I? I'm just a random guy. I'm just somebody that's in the community that saw what was going on. Wanted to throw a video up on it. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of talk to some of the people that really do like the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really love the game. I really do enjoy playing it. You have some people that are annoyed at it, throwing it through the mud, all that stuff, and you have some people that really do enjoy it but don't know how to, like, you know what to do. The next steps, simple, bro. Keep playing the game, keep upgrading your characters, keep doing what you gotta do, and hoyoverse, keep doing your thing, bro. Keep doing your thing, man. Look, the game is good. Obviously, not everything is perfect from what everybody thinks. I don't know why people think that the company's supposed to release just a perfect game. Like, if you think that that's the case, maybe you should release your own game and we'll see how that goes. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I'm not trying to be here that long. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep you guys, keep you, take too much of y'all's time, rather. So I just wanted to go ahead and chat a little bit about it. Sorry if it was a little bit all over the place. You know what I'm saying? This is my first time doing videos like this. Kind of like, what do you call it? Videos. Anytime something else comes up, you know, I'm gonna try to cover it and do stuff like that. You know, if you like the video, have any questions, comments, concerns, critiques on the video, being like what I was talking about, the way I was saying anything, I do very much appreciate a comment on it. Doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. Anything I take is constructive criticism. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. There's a bright future for this game. Don't be fooled. Don't let nobody else try to tell you what the game's gonna be. All of this stuff, man. Play the game, have fun, love it, and have a nice day, bro. I'll see y'all later.